What's up, my man? Can hear you. How are you? How are you? No, 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 no. Audio. How's that? You hear me? I can't hear you. Nope. No, no, no. Check, check. Check, check. I can't hear you. Check, check. Check, check. You hear me? I can't hear you. How's that? Oh, can you guys hear me? Can you hear me okay? I think he had a problem with his internet. How you doing? It is just after 9 o'clock. How you doing? We have Thrifty Junker. Lily, how are you? I see you in the chat. Good to see you. It is Thursday night. It is Comic Talk. Chaos has some issues, I think, with his internet. Happy to take over here. So just came from my trivia night. Yeah, no problem, Chaos. You figure that out. So I'll roll with it. No problem. No problem, right? Listen, just came from trivia night. Shout out to my boys. Our team name is Aged Out of Menudo. My man Rob and Corey. We came in second place again. We did not get the $20 gift card at trivia that I do. But it was fun. Love those guys. I do that right before this show. Good times. But tonight we're going to leave it. I believe we're going to leave it kind of free flowing here with the chat and collectibles comic talk. And where we'll obviously be doing the same kind of stuff where we're just taking questions from the chat. We can certainly bring some people onto the panel to ask questions and go over everything: comic books, collectibles, toys, etc. And then I do have some nice comic packs. We could do some breaks too. I always have some free goodies for the crowd. How you doing, man?
Hear me now?
Yep, I got you, brother.
All right.
Good. Yep, no problem.
About time.
No problem. No problem.
I was doing some things trying to get a program to work to get rid of echo.
Yep.
And it switched around my. Yeah, it messed everything up.
No worries. No worries. So I was just saying, I don't know if you heard, I do the trivia night right before this. We came in second again. We were like right there. And yeah, our name is Aged Out of Menudo. That is our name. But I have some fun. It's good friends with some trivia. But yeah, it's awesome. It's nice to rush back and do something live and have this to look forward to. Kind of a fun thing. So how was your day, man? How you doing?
I didn't do anything. Well,
Awesome.
I started packing stuff up and shipping, and of course texted my daughter for about 30 minutes, and she's
right. I hear she's excited about something. So that's awesome.
She's pretty excited about that.
Awesome.
So
yeah, so tell the folks, tell the people in YouTube land. I know you're up late. I was up late. You were up much later, I think.
I didn't stay up that late. I mean, I did about 5 hours.
Yeah.
And then decided when a $40 or $50 X-Men sells for $20, it's time to end my participation in the auction.
Yeah, for those that watch this back,
that show went on for 10.5 hours.
Yeah, to me,
but what they did was they just chatted at the end.
Yeah, and that's cool. I try to really, as I'm doing this on this platform and working with this medium, there is a time to call it, right? I think there is a time to kind of, maybe say we got to end this, and I do think that it's cool. But hey, if they're getting sales, if the right buyers are there, so be it. I mean, I think you got to
I think
strike.
we went to probably about 4 o'clock, and then they just started talking, and they started
Yeah,
bringing in people, kind of like what we do here.
sure.
So
I guess that's cool. I mean, again, there's entertainment, and then there's auction, and then there's maybe a little bit of the two, and
yeah.
you know, but I do know that a few other folks, again, on this platform are doing things right as we're doing it right now. I don't know if
Oh
Mike
yeah,
Rogers is doing anything right now.
he just released his daily comic book steals and deals report.
Not, yeah, but that's really, again, that's fine in my book in terms of like, he's putting it out there. It's kind of a pre-recorded, as I understand it. People may watch that, see the books, and then I hope that people are dropping in. So hi Lily, good to see you, Lily. And I see that Dina Thrifty Junker, thanks for hanging. Dina, appreciate that.
They only stink if you don't make them take a shower. Yes, the fish, you freeze those. People
Yeah.
frowned on freezing your guests. I don't know why.
That was funny. The last one, or I was on a show.
Hi,
Uh,
Patrick.
yeah, hey Patrick, how you doing, brother? I was on a show. Yeah, I was on a show where with Johnny in the morning, and he did. We were about to do a giveaway. I was about to give away a Pokemon plush, and I was like, "Okay, Johnny, can you just watch the chat?" And he went, he got frozen for like 3 seconds, and I was like, I couldn't have planned that any better. He was just like, it's just classic how that happens. He ended up getting back on, but it was just kind of fun. You can never plan this stuff.
What I noticed is that your, and I'm echoing, and I don't know why I shouldn't be. Uh, your show on Tuesday, you froze a few times, you slowed down a few times, and I think that was the problem.
Yeah, I think on Tuesday it came to my info. So many people right when we got off. It did seem like in that first hour we were in a groove, and then all of a sudden, boom! But no one really said anything, and then we ended it. We probably should have wrapped it when the room was, filling out. And then I noticed I went to several other, I don't know if it was StreamYard, I don't know if it was YouTube in general. West Coast feeds were same thing. They were getting the loading. There seemed to be some kind of issue with it in general. So again, that's what the replay's for. People
Yeah.
can go back, still look at the stream, get some information. What are you gonna do? There's nothing we're live. We roll with it. It's the best we can do.
I make sure I release the chat with the stream, so if they want to
Yeah,
know what we're talking about, they can do that.
absolutely. Yeah. So, yeah, Patrick, good to see you, brother. At any point, obviously, Chaos's channel. If you want to come on, chat about anything, you're welcome to. As I understand it, Chaos, we're keeping this kind of open, free flow to tonight. Yeah.
For a while, anyway.
Sure.
Till we get a few more people in here.
Sure. Yeah. But yeah, it's certainly an interesting week. Certainly kind of talking about these shows. I did my interview on Cajun Roots Reseller on Tuesday morning. I kind of treated it like a job interview. Went on there and kind of talked about everything Horizon Picks, but obviously talked about Chaos, what we're doing here. Clearly, we are leading into something bigger, which I think will happen this soon, maybe this summer, which will be some kind of auction. I think we are kind of leading into that.
You might go crazy and do a 24-hour stream. You never know.
Hey, I'm down for some long-term selling. It just depends what it is, but I think last night on Mike's channel, very interesting in that, everything's timing, right? We really had some interesting folks. I can't certainly take all. I'll take a tiny bit, I'll share a square of the some of the credit for some folks coming in there, uh, making some connections in this community, people going in, making some bids, and also some sellers, right? We had Diecast Comics was selling last night. I thought that was awesome. He certainly came to our show, enjoyed it, connected out with Mike, and there he is selling. I think that's absolutely fantastic. That's exactly the type of thing that I'd like to do with this medium. So happy to see that. I hope he jumps in tonight. And he did great. I think I went to bed, but I heard he threw up some pretty fantastic books, got some really good bids on some slabs. What's up, BMOS? Good to see you, Laura. Thanks for hanging. We're just getting rolling here. We came in second again, Laura. We didn't win the trivia. We came in second, but we're trying. Yeah,
Second's better than third.
Hey, we're gunning for that $20 gift card. It just isn't happening yet. But it's so awesome. I that's one thing I love about Pennsylvania, right? Is this you drive out in this country road and there's this barn that's like renovated and they do trivia. So you're walking by tractors in a field. You go into a finished barn and they're doing trivia with like micro brews and like turkey legs. And so I do like where I live. So awesome. Hey, what's up, Keyline Kisses? Good to see you. Thanks for coming. Awesome. Hope you get that shirt if you haven't got it already. She won that, I believe, last week. So awesome. Good to see you. Absolutely. So
I'm going to be doing that all night, putting up the chat so we can actually see it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, and again, back to the auction. You and I texted, and I thought it was very interesting. You're throwing up the Dark Phoenix books.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, like I have them. I have duplicate. Whenever I see them, I buy them, any condition. And those are some of my favorite books from my past.
I have a lot more X-Men.
Oh, awesome.
I don't know how many I've got.
Dave Cockrum, George Byrne, fantastic. John Byrne, sorry. John Byrne. Awesome story, awesome crossovers. It's unbelievable. What's up, BK? Good to see you, brother. Thanks for coming, man.
Where's my hero? I don't see him anywhere.
There he is. Yeah. So
BK, you went to bed too early last night.
Yeah, Dark Phoenix, awesome. Jean Grey, the whole.
What'd I do with those?
That whole thing in the movies, I think they did it. Meh. I think the second one with the girl from Game of Thrones was a little bit better. But one of my favorite storylines, how can you go against the Hellfire Club and just that like good versus bad kind of battling out for Jean Grey? Unbelievable story. Love that. Love it.
Yeah, I pulled out 3 Atlas comics for BK to bid on, and he went to bed.
That's right, BK, man. We were calling you out last night. People were like, BK, where are you, man? People had lots ready for you to bid on. That's the way this community works. It's like, where are you, man? We need you. Calling for BK. That's right.
Oh, I have them somewhere. What did I do with them?
So, there he goes. Oh. He's gonna pull. Look, that slanty shelf it's still leaning.
It's not the shelf; it's the camera.
I'm just playing. I know, but it is buckling under the weight of your stacks of books that are there.
They're actually a lot lower than what they were. I don't know where they are. I don't know what I did. Maybe I sent them to someone.
Hey. I even bought some lots last night that I wasn't even ready for. I'm like, oh, yes, I will bid on that lot. Yes, that sounds great to me. So, yeah, anybody that didn't check it out, next week, Mike Rogers, the open auction. I had to take it chill last night. I didn't sell. I wish I did. You can never know who's in the crowd. It was fairly epic. Some books went for what? KK 500. Some of them. You
Yeah,
had
there was at least one that went for 500.
5 bill. I mean, you had some that went for big money. You had some slabs. You had some. I know KK. I think the Hellfire Club went for $100, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, I added one comic to it, but yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, we were really firing away there. I think it was excellent. I'm certainly interested in next week. I always try to look at, kind of play the crowd, know what's going on. It's an auction, right? You kind of have to assess where things are. So I thought that was really cool. And again, I hope he comes in. Diecast Comics.
I guess I lost him.
What's that?
I guess I lost them.
Maybe you lost them.
Right here.
That's all right.
And now they're gone.
None for you, BK. None for you. No, just kidding. So.
Oh, it wasn't anything important,
We're just talking in general tonight, guys. It's just collectability of comics, right, KK? We're keeping it kind of open. Anybody in the chat?
Anything.
Yeah, anything comic related, feel free to throw it out. Maybe put it in all caps in the chat. We would try to answer it. Anybody in the chat, whenever KK is ready, we can throw up the link if you want to come ask a question in person. Yeah. So.
Well, let's see.
He can answer. I crashed kind of early, so he can.
Didn't I give an Atlas comic away last night?
I think you did. You showed him. You showed him, and you showed the eye candy to VK, but then it did. I don't know if that happened.
Yeah, I gave away an Atlas comic last night, along with a whole box of other comics.
Yeah, your giveaway was fairly awesome, by the way. That guy got, what did he get? Like a short, almost, he got a stack of comics.
He's basically getting 40 comics plus the Atlas Barbarian comic.
Wow.
Featuring Iron Jaw.
What's up, Felix, in the chat? Good to see you, brother. Last night, man, it was awesome. Good to see you in there. I think we had some fun, man. Awesome.
Yeah, well, BK, I have so many, I can afford to give one away.
Nothing says he can't bring them back, BK. Nothing says it's not a next week thing. All good.
And nothing's to say I don't have 4 or 5 of those.
We never know how many this man has of any one book. So say it. Yeah.
There's a reason why nobody has any Atlas comics for sale. That's because I have them all.
Yeah, he bought them all. He had, see them stacks behind him?
They're not all Atlas.
I know. I hear you, BK. I crashed, and then I was like, oh, man, I heard some stuff happen, and I'm like, oh, no. But it is what it is. It's everything on this platform is timing.
Basically, what I did, I promised a 1970s comic in with a box, basically a box, a medium-sized priority mailbox of comics, and the one I picked, or the one that I picked, and that was part of Mike's 1,000 subscriber giveaway, and the one I picked was an Atlas comic.
Right. Yeah, I saw you had hold up a few of them at one point.
Hi, Gracie.
I'm just saying hi to Gracie.
Yeah.
Welcome. Thanks for. Ooh, if I can type. Thanks for making it. There we go.
Where is my comics? That's the problem with having too many comics. You don't know where any of them are.
There you go. Hi, Gracie. Nice to see you, Gracie. Thanks for coming. Yeah. Felix, I think Felix picked up some lots last night. I'm almost positive because I think he was getting the free shipping through you, right, KK?
Yeah, he has free shipping for the entire month of May.
Must be nice, Felix. Awesome.
If I ever ship anything to him. I've got a box full for him. It'll be going out this week.
By the way, Chaos, I'm stoked about my box, by the way.
Yeah.
I did, the models are great. I definitely think I will feature those at some point. Awesome stuff. So well packed, what else could I say? So
Yeah, they were still on at 7:30 this morning.
yeah, I heard that. I was in touch with Frugal Frank, and I was texting with him back and forth, and I was like, "Hey, how's it going?" And he's like, "They just ended." I was like, "What? I just got up. What are you talking about?" But hey, not out of the realm, you know. Um, absolutely. Just gotta rebuild this. Oh,
That really bothers
yeah,
me because I don't know when
yeah.
it's coming.
I think that if Felix, if
I
the
don't.
right people, if the right people are in the room and you're throwing up the right stuff, why stop? Why not? But I do think there is somewhat of a mindset there. I'm not so sure what that is, but if the right buyers are in the room,
You
so
go,
be it. Oh,
BK.
there you There you go. Check it out, BK. There you go. All right.
Oh, good. That means I don't have to sell my extras.
Yeah, I mean,
But this brute lot will go up next Wednesday, and it will be one of the earlier lots, just so that you have a chance to get it too. Well, like I said, it's going to be one of the earlier ones I put up, BK, so you will get a chance at them. I purposely did not put them up Wednesday. I showed them, didn't put them up because I wanted you to have a chance.
are you now, KK, are you interested at all? Are you just an auction related? Like if say BK hit you up on Instagram to make you an offer, or do you just want to do it at auction?
Uh, they could make me an offer, but there's no guarantee I'll take it.
So there it is, BK. I know you want, and just like myself, we want specific books. He just said it. I'm not putting anything out there, but again, things can be had for the right price.
Yeah.
If you want to hit KK up and you guys talk about it, it's up to you.
Nothing
Obviously,
else, I could give them a list of what I have,
yeah, you're right.
my doubles that I have that eventually will go up for auction.
So the communication, right? Put that out there to him. You never know. And I think, maybe you can be able to get something rather than waiting for it to come up at auction. So, yeah. But Felix makes a good point too. You know,
I
he's
think we're
like,
going to have a war.
there it is, but that's interesting, right? That's the power of this medium, the immediacy of it. You can basically in real time right now, you can both you can both contact Chaos right now. And who knows? Not that obviously he's
That's
on a
it.
show, but
That's the thing. This is my only duplicate set.
there it is.
A lot of
So
them I have 2 or 3 copies of. This one I only have my copies and these 3.
that's cool. He says I like the challenge of the auctions. I
Yeah.
totally feel you on that. And yeah, you might get it for cheaper, but you never know. If you have a battle, maybe not. But
Felix and Kiki.
yeah. You like to break them. Yeah.
Yeah, he likes to fight with me too.
Hey, that was something last night that I really enjoyed watching, was being able to be part of the auction. You had some players, you know what I mean? I'm a player, but I'm maybe not a big player. Maybe I'm a middle player, but I like to be in there. And I think it's very interesting to watch what people are doing and the tactics, and it's a game, right? It's an auction, it's an arena. I like that. So I thought last night we saw that. It was very fun to watch that, especially when we started to get into the higher price ranges and stuff. Compelling to watch. That's what I really like about this platform. And
Oh, that reminds me. Isn't this a weakness of somebody else too? Somebody else likes Atlas Comics that's in the auctions now.
yeah, I mean, for me, it's all about the condition, the artist, the content. I may not even know. If you tell me it's maybe, Joe Kubert or Steve Ditko, or it just depends. And then I'm all over it. And it's also, for me, it's the visual, so. Okay, you got it. You got it, Laura. So tomorrow night, she put up the thumbnail. And is that going to be on yours or Melanie's channel, Laura? Because yeah, I can definitely check that out, be part of that. I'd like to get some selling
Forward the
in.
link to me on Instagram, and I'll scroll it across the screen here.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if you have the link, Laura, throw it in the chat there. We can promote that for you right now. All right, it's on Laura's channel. If you got the link, share it, Laura. We can promote that. I can certainly, just so you probably know, KK, BMO's a huge part of me coming back onto the platform. She's been very supportive. I've been helping and assisting with them on their channel any way I can. And I got a lot of stuff, so it's always able to come on and be part of that. So it's no problem. No problem. There it is. All right, there's the link. So yeah, we can. I could certainly promote that, Laura, as well. Just shoot me a reminder tonight. Text me or send me something on IG. I'll promote that and get that rolling. Instagram seems to be such an awesome tool to do that. Yeah, so a week. What is it? A week from Saturday. That's another one where I'll be doing my auction. I can throw that in there later, but we're gonna rock it. Awesome auction too, Laura. By the way, on Tiffany's last night, bought a couple things, had some fun.
Yeah, there you go. Ultimate Fallout 4 went for
there. You go. Yeah, that was a big one. Absolutely.
Yes, I have the full Atlas run. I have every single Atlas comic book.
Yep. Absolutely.
At least one of each.
Yeah, there was some really interesting. I wasn't even familiar with that one book that I think Cam got. That was fairly expensive. I wasn't even sure what that was, but I was like, wow. And then he was saying how much it actually comps for. I was like, wow. Some of that, I guess, very rare book. I don't remember which one. That was the first appearance of, I guess, one of the X-Men, but a rare version of it.
Ultimate Fallout 4. I thought that was first appearance of Miles Morales.
That one too. That one definitely went for big money.
I mean, I might be wrong. I don't know that much about newer comics.
Yeah. So yeah, just some of this stuff. I mean, again, the comic.
Yes, Felix, including the Vicky run that you don't have.
Yes. That's a yes.
That's a hard one to find.
Yes. Yeah, pretty much. It's funny when I talk with this guy. It's like he's got the comics, but sometimes he's like, "Ooh, I want this toy." I'm like, "Oh, I might have that." So it's interesting. That's why we're doing this show, because I'm a toy guy. He's really the comic guy, and yeah.
And you have some comics and know enough about them to get in trouble. And I have some.
Oh yes.
And know enough about them to get in trouble. So
yeah, wait till we do auctions on my channel. I'll be you haven't seen nothing yet. Wait till you see. I have some dupes that I'm kind of keeping behind the barn door for the moment. So it's all good. Yeah. Absolutely. So
let me drop the link in here if I can find it.
Yeah, those gals over at Tiffany's Cool Finds, I do like their style. They're very laid back. They move very quickly, which I think is cool. But some really interesting stuff, various. And then you four ladies were rotating nicely with all different stuff, which I thought was, for an auction, I think that's great, because you may be like a little like meh on one person, but then it moves quickly, so you're not sitting there kind of like, okay. It was good. It was very diverse. I
Mike
like
did a lot better last night. He actually wrote down
Yes.
the order of the people and was going in order, so that worked out a little bit better. And I tried to keep mine short when I could, but if you have people continuously bidding, it's going to go longer.
Yeah, I was just fairly whipped last night. I didn't feel, and quite frankly, last week I was kind of a donut. I didn't feel like that was kind of in the cards. And then who knows, right? Last night you have, quite the players in the chat. I guess it's just timing, but to be able to sit down and watch and like jump on some really good books, it was really cool. So
Do a little modding. You're still
no
modding,
wrench.
aren't you?
Yeah, no wrench for me. No.
He took your wrench away? I have to talk to him about that.
I think Felix you were the only blues.
Well, and me, of course.
Yeah, you and Felix. At one point I reached out, Felix. I think you're the I think you're the only one, bro. So, but again, it's
Frank did end up with a wrench because he told Mike he needed one. But yeah, I don't know what he does. He gives everybody a wrench and takes them all away.
Don't know what to say. No comment.
I have some of the Atlas horror magazines, but turns out some of them were damaged in a flood, and I didn't know about it until recently.
Right.
And they were in such bad shape, I ended up tossing a bunch of them.
Got you.
It was beyond my ability to fix.
Right. So yeah, there's BMOS asking Felix, any horror books, Felix? Yeah, BMOS, her main interest in comics is horror related. I know she's interested in Clive Barker. I know she had Tapping the Vein. We've talked about that. That's really her kind of passion. I know I've even bought some horror novels from her. She's big into that genre. So anybody out there that may have some horror books, I think Laura either is interested in buying or maybe selling those. So that's her niche.
I think there's some in this stack.
I think you probably have some too. I know I have some, Laura. It's just a matter of
maybe in that stack that you can't see on the very bottom.
Yeah, I definitely have some. It's just a matter of whether you're interested. Some interesting stuff. Again, we were talking about horror. We were talking about Bernie Wrightson. We were talking about some of the masters of that. Even again, we keep going back to that Gene Colan Tomb of Dracula run, man. Awesome stuff. Great horror. Classic Dracula. Amazing stuff. So, that's one of my prides in my collection is I do own a full run of the Tomb of Dracula series, the original. Awesome stuff.
Yeah, I'm missing a few.
Yeah. But you get Blade, you get Deacon Frost, you get Doctor Strange, you get obviously Dracula, you get the Werewolf by Night is in there at some point. Gene Colan art, unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Darth definitely does. Yeah, Darth.
I'm surprised he's not in here.
Yeah, I was texting with him earlier. I thought he might come in. What's up, Lily? She's like, I'm back.
Delco is not in this room. He's in the laundry room looking out the window. That's his new favorite place to be.
Is that your cat?
Yeah.
Delco? That's awesome.
There's a story behind the name. When I got him, he could fit in the palm of my hand.
Oh,
that's a pretty big hand. So this guy came in to the shop and he says, "There's a noise under my hood. It sounds like a cat.
Oh,
can you take a look?" So the service manager went out there and looked and got out this little kitten. She decided, I'm taking this home. Brought it back an hour later and went, I can't take it home. I said, well, why not? You said you're going to keep it. She said, yeah, but the dog keeps looking at it like it's going to be a good snack. So somebody else had wanted it. They never came in for it. And the next thing I knew, I was taking it home until we could contact that person. Got a hold of him. He said, no, I'm not going to take it. So I got stuck with it.
That's great.
And that's the last thing I wanted was a pet of any kind, because my border collie had just died not long before that.
Oh, yeah.
So I said, okay, looks like I'm stuck with it.
Right.
And I thought about it for a minute. Went, well, it came out from under the hood of a Chevy, and what do you find under the hood of a Chevy but Delco parts? So that's how he got his name, Delco.
But I truly believe that's just meant to be. You know, he was meant to come into your life, and at that point, so awesome. You know, I with animals, you know, my cats, I put them on Instagram. They're fairly famous. They're gaining fame, but they were literally in a bag, tossed on the side of the road, discarded.
You might have heard a mule from Roy's cat, not from mine.
Yeah, you might. He was behind here, Lily. He may come back. He likes when I'm live, so he may jump up on me. He gets a little antsy when we're live. He likes to hear the people talking through the computer. So.
Felix, he should be sleeping. All of his should be sleeping.
There he is. What's up, Diecast? Hey.
Yeah.
Awesome,
that's the other guy that has a weakness for these.
Yeah. Hey, good on you, Diecast. Way to go. Welcome to the platform. Welcome to selling. You did great. Awesome. I was glad to maybe be a small part of it. Maybe. Awesome. Way to go. Absolutely. That's great.
Yeah, so the ones that I'm expecting to see bids on those Atlas comics are Diecast, Felix, and BK. Yeah. But you never know who else is going to jump on it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's always interesting to me when you do the auctions, right? You can never predict. Like last week or the 2 weeks ago, I came up and I thought I had pulled some really. You and I even talked about it, Chaos. Yeah. I'm going to throw this Frazetta book. I'm going to throw these amazing, these trade mags with first appearance. Nothing. And then it's just one, you never know, what were you there the last night at the end? Spike. I don't know. Spike made an appearance. Who is Spike, Laura? I'm not familiar. At the end. Yeah. Absolutely, Diecast. Absolutely, man. This is what it's about. You came, we contacted, we chat, you're interested. It's a platform, it's immediate. And I crashed around 2 a.m. I heard you busted out some slabs, heard you got some cash. Awesome. 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 And it's still going. We're doing it. I'm certainly going to, KK and I have talked about, I'm definitely going to start to do auctions on my channel. We're building. I'm getting a community together. We're playing nice, right? That's why we picked Tuesday, Thursday. We don't want to necessarily overrun with Mike, Metaphorical, the other guys. So hopefully we get the audience and we can rock it. So good on you, man. Yep.
I'm looking forward to building my channel into a community.
Absolutely.
It's important. I mean, and you're not going to catch me trying to tell you, oh, you need to buy this. It's hot.
Yeah,
channels that do that. I don't.
We're gonna put it out there. We're gonna say, here it is. Hello, how you doing, Pearl is Precious? Good to see you. She says hi, KK.
Hi.
Yeah. So yeah, we are. We're definitely going to. We're building. We're trying to create a community. Some good folks, both that are in the comic community and those that maybe are new to the comic community, some of which are in the chat. Obviously, Laura Bemos, Thrifty Junker, we see Pearl is in there. Diecast is fairly new, but again, it's all good. We want to bring people in. Maybe they watch, maybe they bid, maybe they learn. That's what we want. So good stuff.
Now, my video tomorrow morning is going to be very short. It's under 10 minutes. It's because I can't possibly do what I want to do in the time that I'm going to have for that.
Okay.
So it's going to be like I gave a preview of what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to do it.
Awesome. What's up? There he is. There's Darth. Good to see you, Darth. We threw the link up, Darth. Obviously, anybody that has any questions, throw them out in the chat. We would be happy to answer them or discuss them with you. If you want to come on and ask it in person, this is kind of a free flow night. We're just chilling, chatting, talking about comics. And we're kind of recapping some of the auction that happened last night, the week that we've had. I mean, like I said, I was on Johnny Cajun Roots Reseller on Tuesday, had a bit of an interview, get to learn about me, pumping up this stuff as best I can, and some initiatives. And then Laura actually up in the chat, BMOS Mercantile, tomorrow night on her channel, she's doing an auction, and somebody might cameo on that. Who knows? But I think it's going to happen. I'd like to be able to continue this for sure. So. Yeah. So anybody that doesn't know, Perlis, what's up, brother? How are you?
Hi, everyone. After I do this,
The late night man, or early morning man.
Yeah, I've had 3 hours of sleep. I've worked, and I'm here to support you guys. And then at 8 o'clock my time, I'm on my buddy's channel, which is all monsters. It's Monstrosities Tokusatsu vlog. And he calls it Monstrosities After Dark, where we just talk trash at each other and joke and laugh and have a good time, you know.
Nice.
Sounds like fun.
Oh,
nice.
Yeah. Oh, and Chaos, I'm trying to find a box big enough to hold all your stuff that isn't going to get damaged like Frank's did. That's my issue right now, because
if you have to break it down into smaller lots, that's okay.
Okay, and I threw in a bunch of freebies for you too. Okay. And you're gonna like those freebies. Okay.
If I don't already have them, right?
I don't know. I hope you don't. But if you do, hey, you got doubles, or maybe mine are in better condition. I don't know.
Yeah. You are. I am. Once I look at those Justice Inc. again, I will be sending you one of each.
Okay, cool. I appreciate that. Thank you, sir.
Even though it is Jack Kirby, and Lily will kill us both.
I just want, hey,
I think
Lily owes me. Lily owes me, man, because I sent out books to her to do a trade. She got her books today, and they haven't even sent out their stuff yet, so she cannot get mad at me. And she got good stuff from me. She got 2 issues of Faust. She got a really nice run on Sandman, the Vertigo one, not the pulp hero that I collect, and a few other things that she wanted that I had. And I said, well, if you've got some Doctor Strange and you've got this, I'll trade. And she showed me a bunch of pictures. The problem is, there's Lily. No, you're not bad. You're not bad. It's not your fault. You're going through everything I go through right now. I mean, we got it going on.
Bad.
But I think, she's relying on her cousin, and he's dealing with stuff, so it's no biggie. Live and learn. As far as last night went,
I just don't have enough to fill a box for you. That's why I haven't sent it out yet.
Oh, well, I would have thought with
getting there.
Yeah, I would have thought with the Venom figure and those other books, it would have got full by now. Oh, good news for you, Horizon. Oh, okay. Your stuff came back.
I'm listening.
Yeah, your stuff came back, and I started your box for you. So here's your signed Hellboy wrapped.
Word. Nice.
Here's your Hulks.
Hey, man.
And at the bottom, strapped and protected, I've got the signed Alien books for
Awesome,
you.
man.
Oh, it
So,
just
yep.
back, Garth. He
Huh?
finally got the box I sent him 2 weeks ago.
Oh, no.
I sent him priority mail 2 weeks ago. He
Gotta
finally
love that pirate ship. It is what it is, but I mean, Texas to Pennsylvania pirate ship is one of the worst.
I didn't use
Just-
pirate ship.
Wow.
I used the regular post office.
Yeah.
Okay, the post office from Texas to PA is the worst. It just
Yeah.
is. I mean, I had stuff take 1 month from Florida to Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
It got here okay, but I literally had to call and complain. And I was like, it was sitting at the hub. And I'm like, I'll just come there and get it. They delivered it the next day.
Yeah.
It
And
sat there. I don't know. I don't know what's up. I don't know why they do that. They just do that. It's ridiculous.
yeah. And UPS ground isn't any better, you know? I had a similar thing. It was my cousin's birthday. He lives in Los Angeles, and if you guys don't know Southern California too much, my town Hemet, it's only 74 miles from Los Angeles. You know, I can go up the 215, straight down the 10, and an hour in good traffic, and I'm there. They estimated it would get there. I paid for a 2-day priority shipping, so it would be there in time for his birthday. He didn't get it till 2 days after his birthday, and I shipped it a week before. So, and that was 2-day priority. I didn't understand it.
Oh, there's the mail in California is kind of strange the way they send things.
Yeah.
I know if you, let's say you live in Monterey and you want to send something to Marina, which is like 15 minutes up the road.
Yeah.
It goes to Gilroy, to San Jose, then
Yeah.
to
Yeah, some of the routes are kind of ridiculous. Where I live in the Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania, and if I want to send something to, say, Newark, New Jersey, which isn't too kind of far, you're almost like maybe an hour-ish, it'll literally go from where I live to Philly.
Yep.
In the opposite
the
direction.
is.
Then go down all the way through New Jersey. It doesn't make any sense, and I don't get it. Like
Well, they have hubs.
Yeah.
And then they have satellite, and then they have the actual. So
Yeah.
you take it to an actual, it goes to a hub, it goes to another hub, it goes to a main, then it goes back down.
Yeah.
And it's an efficient system, but it just seems screwy. You know.
Yeah.
They just
I agree.
walk it across the street. And there is a place where if you send a letter on your side of the street, it has to travel over 300 miles to get to the other side of the street because they're in different zones.
Yeah.
You know,
I lived in a town with my wife where one side of the street was one city, but then right across the street was the other city. And it would have had different zones and taken forever to get there. And I never understood that. It never made sense. And like Los Angeles has the biggest post office hub I've ever seen. And for some reason, that package I sent him got stuck at the Bell satellite office. Why would it get stuck at Bell when he lives in Los Angeles? It should have just shoot right to him and then boom, up into Hollywood where he lives and he gets it. It didn't make sense.
yeah.
But enough. We don't want to gripe about our only means to get our goods to people.
Well, that's an interesting topic. I mean, even he's not here. I don't care. I mean, Emery Hood Inc. I bought that. I think I dropped $100 on that Conan, the Savage Sword of Conan magazine stack, and I offered. I see. I kind of hey, I'll pay for this shipping because I get discounted rates. I know what I'm doing. And he gave me the information. But again, he's kind of, he just, again, he told me he went to FedEx and they were like, oh no, this doesn't, and I'm like, yeah, they're not correct. I have a prepaid account. I gave the all, I just need a scan, bro. And it sounds like they were like, no. So I said, you know what, just call it in and have them come. But again, it's this kind of, picking the right shipping option. It's a tough one,
Yeah.
There's
No, I
Diecast.
agree. Hey, there's our man of the hour, the big bomb fire dude who made out like a killing last night.
But he's froze. Oh, he moved a little bit.
Yep, I got all the stuff from last night. Finally, I think Diecast is the only one who needs to pay me, and I know he'll do that tomorrow. I'm not worried about him.
Right.
But I'm gonna split Chaoses into 2 big boxes. But I got everybody else. Here's Promiscuous.
Nice.
Here's Maynor. Here's Diecast to go out when I get paid from him. And then Goody. Actually, the funny thing, everybody was worried that Goody wouldn't pay because we never saw him before. He was the first one to pay out of everybody. So I made sure.
Did that get worked out, Darth? You were with the payments. Did that get resolved? By the way,
Yeah.
Okay.
What happened? Okay, here's something else. PayPal screws up. Okay, PayPal couldn't have. There was something wrong with their site and the transferring and all this stuff. There were no buttons to hit transfer funds to bank account. It showed everybody's payment is paid, but no way for me to get the money from PayPal. And I finally called them, and they said, "Yeah, you're not the only person calling. It's happening on eBay. It's happening here. Blah 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 blah. We plan to have it resolved by 4:00 this afternoon your time." And I'm like, okay, cool. And literally, they were early. By 3:30. I started getting notifications that, hey, you have money to transfer. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, just Perla sent me. Perla's precious. She's I think Perla, correct me if I'm wrong, Perla, you're on the West Coast, California, if I'm not mistaken. She sent me this picture of an antique booth, but it just had this awesome rack of comics, and they were really decent comics. And I was like, ooh, normally when you go, it's, not the best.
Yeah.
Usually the good stuff's kind of kept behind, or, shall we say lower price books. But yeah, Perla, I actually was zooming in like, wow, there's some Bronze Age Fantastic Four right there. Ooh, there's some
good
like
stuff.
Marvel team up. The power, the resolution is awesome, right? You can zoom in and go, oh, that, look at that. And so, yeah, I definitely, she's in Southern Cali. But
so am I, Perla.
Yeah, right. Darth is in California. But yeah, it was really cool to see that. I noticed too, Perla, that they had some signs like, I think you had to buy a certain amount though. I noticed that they had some signs. It's just interesting to see how people sell. And that's really, in my opinion, and I said it earlier, why we want to do this, right? We're bringing in folks that are, new to the niche, new to comics, want to get involved. And she's really one of them. People have antique booths, they do flea markets, they do eBay, they're interested. And certainly, man.
Yeah,
man.
My cyber fraud.
There it is. Yeah, so people are interested in, what we have to offer to learn, and then pick up some stocks, pick up some books. And last night,
I was so excited when that came today.
Yeah, I knew you would be. And he liked the way I boxed it. I got a mystery box from Beta Ray Bill. Beta Ray Jim, I mean.
This would be anyone's.
And then I put that inside of a priority mail box. It was super protected.
I took a look at the signed one that I have. It's not Cyberfrog, it's Salamandroid.
That's still cool. Yeah, that's still awesome. That's the main villain.
I have 2 of them. but one of them, the signature is almost worn off because it wasn't protected.
That would be something to auction, good sir.
Yeah.
I mean, I wonder if
I'm
I
not,
should bring.
I'm not auctioning my autograph one. Maybe the other one. Where the
Yeah,
auction-
that's
I
what I
wonder if I
meant.
should bring this out like in the next couple of weeks.
No,
Oh,
you want to
yeah.
get it slabbed. You want to get it slabbed before you bring it out. You want to
Yeah,
get the
that's
money.
Yeah, that's a cool one, man, for sure.
Yeah, that one I wouldn't put it on Mike's auction.
Yeah.
I don't think you'll get what you want.
Yeah,
Out.
yeah.
I
I
would
actually
try.
got this. I got this in I got this in a bin. I got this now. Yeah, I got somebody gave this to me in a bin, and I was like, "Do you know what that is?" He's like, "Yeah, it's fun." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
I don't care.
Yeah, that could also be, I would recommend
I was like,
take a couple
"If you
good
know what's
pictures.
fun, I guess I'll take it." Couldn't say no.
I would recommend on that if you want right now, take a couple good photos. I don't know if you do Instagram. Throw that up
Yeah,
there.
yeah, I do.
Throw it
Yeah.
out there with a number, make offer. You might get it. Just saying. And it could be something, it's up to you. That's a good,
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you're not coming through too good, Diecast. You might need to switch from phone to a computer or something.
yeah.
Yeah, we're losing them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, you guys know tomorrow is my birthday. My family has some special stuff planned
Oh,
for
that's
me
better.
tomorrow. Yep, there he is.
Oh, there you
But
go.
I like to treat myself on my birthday because if I don't, who will, So I know you treat me all
That's
the
what I
time,
say
honey,
every
and I
year.
love you. I know. So I want to, if it's okay with everybody, I want to show a couple of neat little things I got that I actually bought for myself. One of which you guys can tell me if it'd be worthy to maybe sell or not, because it's taken up a lot of room. My wife doesn't like where it is, and I don't know where we can put it, but it's really cool. So hold on one second. I'll be right back.
After these messages, we'll be right back. Remember that?
Yeah, we're not going anywhere.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. So,
Although I
dude,
do
so
have-
Diecast, tell me, I crashed like 2 o'clock. What'd you do? Tell me what you sold. I heard. What did you do after late night? I heard you had some late night fire.
So I started. I start. Yeah, I mean, I started with the McFarlane lot,
Uh-huh.
and I mean that sold, and I was like, all right. So, but in between that one and my second one, my internet crashed on me, and I was like, oh man! And I got to hook this back up. I ran that and this,
Right.
I'm
and
going
I
to
did
go
all this setting up,
show
and I couldn't get on my tower, so I was like, I have to go on the phone. I have to.
All right, what this is, DC released a
Okay.
an anniversary edition of Alan Moore's V for Vendetta.
Nice.
I know a lot of people have seen the movie, okay, but that movie is based on a comic book, a 12-issue miniseries, which was put into a graphic novel. They give you a Guy Fawkes mask, and in there, I hope you can see it there in the back, is the graphic novel. Comes in a beautiful display box, as you can see, and it says, remember, remember, the 5th of November. And then on the back, it shows you what comes in the box. You get the mask and the book, and that's a deluxe collector's edition with all kinds of extra
wow.
stuff in there. Yeah.
I read the comics. I never saw the movie.
Oh, pretty decent movie, I thought.
Yeah, Hugo Weaving was excellent, and he was spot on as V. Remember, people, you should not fear your government. Your government should fear you.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, if this is something that would be of interest to anyone. I picked one up because I like it, but now it's, as you can see, it's big, it's unwieldy, and I don't know what to do with it. so,
You
so
want to sell that? You want to sell
I'm
that?
I'm seriously thinking about it. I am.
Wow.
I am seriously thinking about
Put it
it.
away in a closet until you're ready to display it.
I don't know if we have room in a closet. Honey, we don't have room in a closet for this, do we? Without it getting damaged. No, she's shaking her
I
head.
guess it just depends, Darth. What do you got to get out of it?
Well, I know what they're selling for. I mean, you can see them on eBay. And the price is right here, so I can't gouge anybody. You know, I don't know if it can be seen.
I can't really.
But I mean,
haven't. Good.
oh, it's $34.99. Okay.
How about 40
So-
bucks?
Plus shipping?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that.
I think you just sold it.
Yeah.
I
Sold
would-
the
I would-
Horizon.
I was actually thinking higher, but since you told me the retail, it is what it is.
Yeah.
So,
No, I'm
I'm
okay with it. You know, this way my wife doesn't do something with it because she told me it had to get off our Oak Entertainment Center. She gave me a week to do it, and if I didn't find a place for it, then she would. And
will you freak out if I open it and use the mask?
no, not at all. I have a separate mask that I wore with a leather. Yeah, I have the whole costume that I think I paid like $300 for that costume, huh, honey? Yeah, with the wig and everything.
You know, I dig some cosplay.
Yeah. Oh,
So,
I wish I still had photos of me as the Golden Age Sandman. You would love to. You would love it. I made his gas gun. Hold on, I'm gonna grab that. It's right up there, real quick.
He's gonna go geek out. Go ahead, man. Look at him taking his headset off. See, that's why I love this. Like, that's something. Honestly, if I saw it at a flea market, I would have paid the same amount. No problem. Wow. Yeah. Cool, man.
Yep.
How I did this. This is a pneumatic caulking gun.
Mhm.
All right.
I know exactly.
And how I got the bolts is I got tiny little googly eyes and just super glued them on.
That's all.
And this front, the nozzle part, was actually the head part to a vape that I used to have. You know.
Yep.
And then I just painted it so it looked like it's been worn and
Really cool.
used. Yeah.
I love seeing when people take found objects and toys and they make steampunk blasters and guns out of it. I think that's a fantastic, kind of crafty thing. I'm gonna grab some water, guys. Darth, I'd love to own that. If you want to start another box, no big deal. You know I'm good.
Yes.
Awesome. All right.
I have no problem with you, Horizon. Anyone that's in this chat, in this group,
cool. I
know everybody here is good, or else Chaos, Diecast, and Horizon wouldn't have them here. Bottom line.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna refill my glass here.
All right, no problem. But that brings me to the stuff that we'd really be interested in, the comics I grabbed. Okay. And mycomicshop.com, if you guys have not gone there before, their grades are incredibly strict, and their prices just can't be beat. Like, this is Marvel Premiere number 2. Second appearance of Bloodstone and his origin. He's a monster hunter. A Doctor Strange that I needed. I thought it was neat that it teamed up all the witches and warlocks and all that in the Marvel U at the time. I'm a big Spectre fan, so I needed this for my Spectre collection. I have number 1, the Infinite Crisis Aftermath. Dark Dominion. This was Jim Shooter's second company after Valiant, Defiant. And this book was done by him and Steve Ditko. And I have the 0 issue, and I have the number 1, and now I have number 2. I need to get the rest. This is when Marvel tried to get
That's
back.
I'll have to check and see what.
Oh,
number.
I have those.
Okay. Yeah, this is when Marvel tried to get back into the
I have
sci-fi horror.
3 and 4.
Okay. This is number 1, and it's got stories by Colin Bunn, of all people, who's like super popular now. I mean, everything he touches is gold, you know. Then I got all 6 issues of Mecha. Okay.
That was a good series.
Yep.
That was a fun read.
Yeah. And it is very anime influenced. It reminds me and my son of like Gunbuster, Die Guard, and all those giant robot animes. Then this is my favorite series. I've been hunting this down forever. You guys know I'm into monsters.
But do you have the Mecha?
Huh?
Do you
Yeah, I
have
have.
the Mecha from that what was it, like a month long? The Mecha one from the world's comics greatest world. Do you have that one?
Oh, I don't think so. Was that like giant robot stuff?
That was when Dark Horse was doing
Superheroes.
yeah,
Yeah.
Well, it was part of.
and that was part of it, I think.
Yeah, the only one I got from that was Hero Zero because he was like a
Yeah, there was
Ultraman
one.
ripoff, get big, fight monsters, you know. But this series was one of my favorites. I read this
Yeah.
back in the day, Monolith by Jimmy Palmiotti. This is when DC was trying to experiment with creator-owned stuff like Image. This is actually still owned by Jimmy Palmiotti. And it was, I heard back in 2010 or 2012, it was optioned for something. But these are all fine or very fine, and I got them for like $2-3 a book. I got the whole 12-issue miniseries. I saw there was like a trade paperback, but the trade paperback was only 96 pages. So that tells me it's like only the first 3 or 4 issues. And no, I wanted all 12 issues of this. I love golems and behemoths and just monsters, you know. I think last time I was on your show, Chaos, you were gracious enough to let me show off that Breath of Bones, the World War II Golem story that just, you know, and that's another good one. I never would have thought Jimmy Palmiotti could do something really good. So, you know.
He is a good artist.
Oh, yeah, and writer.
Yeah.
And writer. Well, look, go ahead.
Here's the thing. DC has experimented with creator-owned properties all the way back to the 80s. I forgot what their imprint was back in the 80s, but they did. But every few years they experiment with creator-owned properties.
Yeah,
and it just never ends up going anywhere.
Yeah, except for Vertigo. Vertigo line was what happened, but it proved so successful they ended up buying a lot of those things. Like they bought the rights to Sandman from Neil Gaiman. They, you know, and a bunch of the other creator-owned stuff.
John Constantine, they already own the rights to because that came out of Swamp Thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Of course, Swamp Thing.
Yeah, and Alan Moore hates them for that and everything else they've done to his books. But
now, the one they can't touch is Preacher.
Yeah, that's right.
Because Garth Ennis wrote it in such a way that killed it off. It killed the series. It ended the series, and he won't write it again.
Yeah.
And it was in his contract to not write it again. So,
Makes sense.
Don't mind
Yeah.
me.
No worries.
so, yeah, it's when Horizon comes back, we've got a few things to talk about because we're in the last hour.
Okay.
I'm trying to keep it around 2 hours. I don't want to have too many people get bored and leave too quickly.
Hey, it's Nick. Howdy, Nick. No problem.
But what we want to discuss, and you guys can get in on this too, is where do you see the comic market in the next 5 to 6 months? Now that people are going back to work.
I see it still growing. I do see it growing, but I expect there to be a big course correction. Okay. Not a bubble crash. I expect a lot of the speculators are going to lose money like they did in the 90s, but the people, the collectors and the new people that get into it for collecting and the new people getting into it that are buying gold and silver keys, looking at it as an alternative collectible investment, those are here to stay. And more people are getting into it because they see it is lucrative. And that's going to help stabilize the market. And with that, and like the comic companies are sitting here saying, "Oh, well, nobody's buying our stuff. The market's dying. The market's dying." No, you're just not producing.
The comic companies aren't saying that. Other people are saying that, but the comic companies are going, "What are you talking about? We're publishing every month and we're doing good. We're not doing great, but we are making sales."
Yeah, well, the head person at DC, that woman, I think her name's Jill Thompson or something, she's saying it's not good. It's going to. Well, that's because you're writing and publishing crap nobody wants to buy. You know, put out the stuff we like. Good stories, good art, tight characterizations. Nobody wants to worry about pronouns and is that he, she, it. I mean, we don't need identity politics in comics. I'm just saying, give me a compelling story. Like Chris Claremont on X-Men, that's the epitome of writing. Peter David on Hulk, fantastic writing, you know. That even Marv Wolfman and George Perez on Teen Titans, fantastic stuff
At
right
one
there.
time, that was one of the Teen Titans and Legion of Superheroes in the 80s
Yep.
were DC Comics' best-selling books.
Oh yeah, best written, best drawn, crazy keys.
I see Nick. Nick, what's up, Nick? Nick
Yep.
Izzato in the chat. Good to see you, man.
Hey, Nick.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, Nick is sold on the Wednesday auction as well. Good to see you. What is Diecast doing? Man, look at him. Look at him.
He's searching through something.
He's got some racks there in his basement.
But what about toys? Where do you see the toy collector market?
I'm trying to find something.
I didn't catch that.
Where do you see the toy collecting market?
Darth mentioned something before. And I know I have it, and it's in one of these boxes.
Been there.
Yeah. Welcome to my world. Now, but I actually do. It's ordered chaos. I actually do know where it is. What was your question? Where do you?
Where do you see toy collecting in the next 6 months?
I got it. My gut is just the TV movies influence, right? I just think that is a huge influence. We saw it with Falcon and the Winter Soldier, obviously the Avengers movies, Endgame, Thanos. I definitely think as those things just keep coming out, I mean, I'm personally picking up or loading up books based on what I'm hearing. Carnage, Darkhawk, these types of things that are going to be coming out, that it just is, so that to me, just off the cuff, that's an answer. That the influence of movies and TV on the comic market, the toy market, the collectible market, it cannot be denied. And I think that's also a draw to the general public into this. I think it's cool. Absolutely. What do you think, Chaos?
Well, I'm looking at it from a different point of view. I mean, I've seen a lot of money spent over the last year. And right now, people are being forced to go back to work. They're not going to be able to sit at home with a lot of idle time. So I don't see them spending as much money as quickly as they have been. So I'm thinking a lot of the more recent key issues are going to take a dip in price. I don't think we're going to keep seeing the speculator market the way we are right now, where a book comes out today and 3 days later it's $500 or $1,000.
Right.
I think that's going to slow down quite a bit, and I think it's even going to affect some of the Bronze Age keys. They're not going to nosedive or anything, but I think a lot of that stuff that's shot up in price over the last year is going to start slowing down and maybe taking a dip in price and in value. I don't think the silver and gold is going to be affected as much, if at all. But I do see what I consider a depressed market. Now, the new comics, they're not going to be affected because they're going to keep publishing them and people are going to keep buying them.
Right.
It's the older ones and the speculation ones that I think are going to take the hit.
Just so you know, KK, I did remove that comment right there that you're highlighting. I did remove that. It's very, Nick, just important in today's lens to be kind of cautious of using racial dialogue. Just important. So I did take that off. Just, you got to kind of be cautious what you say, how you say it on the platform. So just to let you know, I'm not saying I don't disagree with you or agree with you. We're just trying to be a little bit politically correct here. So just to put that out there.
Yeah, I don't even want to get into that. I have such strong opinions on that. I just don't want to get into it.
Yeah, that's why
although I do like the new Wonder Woman character.
That's why I took it off. So.
That one should be side by side with the original.
Correct.
And like I said, I think we're going to get a dip in the market. I think we're going to see a lot of doom and gloom on YouTube from the.
I know it's here. I just can't find it right now.
Maybe.
I think we're going to see a lot of YouTubers saying doom and gloom. The market is falling. It's the 1990s all over again. I had a comic shop in the 1990s, and it wasn't as bad as what people keep saying.
Yeah, I hope that the new interest sparks, where things come from, right? I hope that maybe that will have collectors want to go and see the origins of things, or will kind of, harken back to like the origins. But I don't know, I think it just depends on what people are interested in, and do people care? I personally, if I want to know about a character, I may go back and look up where they came from. I did it last night with the Red She-Hulk. I don't personally know that. I know that it has value, but I'm interested in it. And then when he added both books, I was like, I'm down, and took a little pulling of teeth with Mr. Emery, but we got there, and was happy to own them. So it's just one of those things, right? Just like anything else.
My whole point of view, though, is
like
we're going to take a dip. There's going to be a depression in the back issue market, and people need to expect that.
Oh yeah,
don't pay super high prices right now because you're going to lose money.
Right.
It's going to end up being a buyer's market.
Eventually, they're going to go back down.
A seller's market.
Eventually they're going to go back down, and you're going to find it back in the dollar bins.
Well, here's the thing. We're looking at people have had nothing but time on their hands for the last year.
Right.
A lot of those people have just been drawing checks. They're getting these big stimulus checks, and they're blowing it on high-priced things that are overpriced. Right. It is a seller's market. And I
Oh
think
yeah,
that flip in the next 6 months to a year where it becomes a buyer's market and the prices start coming down. And it's not a case of the market is
right.
falling, comics are going to go away, and they're doom and gloom. Like I said, we're going to see a lot of it
I
from
mean,
the other YouTube
yeah,
channels.
it's
But it's
it's
healthy.
gonna end up being like which
It's
people are gonna want to keep reading what they've been reading and collecting compared to what they were trying to do money wise. You know, those people are gonna filter out, and then you're gonna have the true people who want to keep reading stuff stay with it.
exactly. It's going to be a case of collectors are going to be there, readers are going to be there, speculators, they'll find
Yeah.
something else
Right.
because the market's going to flip, and all of a sudden that
Yep.
$400 book that came out 2 months ago is going to be $40 or $4.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be
Right.
because you made more of them. It's because people are going, I don't want to pay that. In the 90s, I saw it, and this was not a crash. I saw it with Harbinger. Harbinger #1. I sold my 2 copies for $300 a piece.
Oh yeah.
Here you could pick them up for $20 because when it hit 300, everybody sold them.
Yep.
And then nobody wanted them.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't that wasn't a market crash. It was a market correction, and that's what we're going to face again. We're going to face a market correction. But people are going to preach the doom and gloom, because they're losing money.
Like currently, I'm rereading Solar. This was a great story. I mean, but for some reason the later issues were so hard to find. I don't understand.
I probably have some of them. I'll have to look. I do have another stack of that I didn't bring out yesterday.
I think that's an interesting topic. This idea of, the hot books, the current spec market, and
Vertigo.
Yeah, right. Even on this platform, right? Emery Hood Inc. Emery Hood Inc. That's his thing, right? He's bringing the hot new stuff, but it's interesting that again, the immediacy of being able to buy it and pay up for something that maybe you could go out and grab at a comic shop. But again, do people have that access? I think it's interesting, right? To be able to have an immediate connection to that. And obviously people do like that, so that's just interesting. I personally don't get into a lot of new books, but I'm persuaded. I mean, Something is Killing the Children, Berserker, I have a couple issues of Ice Cream Man. These are things that I've learned from this group. I would never pick that stuff up normally.
People have been overlooking when we find it. We only find them when they're dead. That's a great read.
I have that too, but that's just, it's interesting.
You don't hear about that one anymore though, but I still read it. Yeah.
It's interesting. I think it's very interesting in this.
I think I've got the first 2 issues of that.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's cool. That's why I like Emery and
for
Hood
this period of time. It's a good read.
Yeah. Your exposure to new media in this direct connection is interesting.
Yeah, got it.
There you go. That's cool, Phoenix.
It's a guilty pleasure.
Yeah, like I said, I've got it.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll be right back.
Yeah,
sure.
Those are the easy ones to get. It's the other issues that are hard to get.
Yeah, some of these, I think it's also with the new books. Like I know Emery has like the Joker. He's got 25 copies, and people are hot because I've been meaning to get that, and he's got them. So that immediate, like, I'm down.
Yeah,
and fire off and get that. There's something to that, right? To be able to put it in my stack. I want it, you know, just like you were at the rack.
You asked for it.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's Atlas Vicky.
Oh. There it is.
And
That's
there
a
he
hard one
is.
to get.
His ears were burning. Emery's ears. He's in the chat. What's up, Emery? I was just chatting with you about you. Now with you. What's up, my man?
Oh,
Good
he
to
must
see
have heard us talking. Speaking his
ears were
name.
burning. I was
He's like
talking my.
Beetlejuice. He
I
said
was
his name
talking
too
up
many
my
times.
Emery. I was talking up my Hood Inc. He heard me from afar.
I got a question for Hood Inc. What comic should people be looking for next Wednesday?
The
Just one.
link is.
All
the
we
link
Look
want
up
is
the list.
out.
You gotta look it up.
You're being asked directly, Emery, in the chat.
Hood
What?
Inc. got those Ravencrofts
done?
just like you said. What up? Chaos had me hiding
Oh
in the
yeah,
back.
mine. I just ordered mine from my comic shop. I just
Yeah.
ordered mine.
Yeah, grab as many as you can of these, man. Hood turned me on to this stuff right here.
I can't
And the
even. I
Carnage
can't
one.
even see
Oh
it.
yeah.
All I see is
Oh.
a flash and a glare.
Oh,
And you
it's
Oh, okay.
Ravencroft.
put them closer.
Well,
Is that
I
based
have a
on the D
I have-
and D Ravencroft?
no. This is the Institute for the Criminally Insane that Carnage is in. That we see at the
Criminally
beginning of the
Insane.
trailer.
Oh, okay.
And most importantly, in
Yeah.
issue 1,
Cletus Cassidy was in there.
yeah, Cletus is there. And it also is a double key first appearance of Strange Academies in here. And I have number 2 as well.
Really?
But I don't know if I'm getting rid of number 2 because look at that awesome werewolf, man. I don't know. I just don't know. But
No,
yes,
no, no,
please.
no, no, no.
Oh, dude.
Okay,
This I definitely will have
I
for
just
sale.
want to show these one
Dude,
more
Doris,
time.
I think they're on sale right now for $1 on my comic shop. Go grab
I
some
know.
more.
Okay, you do not have enough money to buy these.
Oh, you gonna show them again?
Period.
Yeah.
You do not have enough
Oh.
money to buy these.
Oh, the Vickies. Yeah,
Oh.
okay. There's
I mean,
another
Are
guy
those your
that
doubles? Because
collects
maybe I
those
do.
chaos.
Show him, Chaos. Show him.
I only have. This is the only Atlas comics I've only ever had one of each.
There you go.
I mean,
And they are hard.
Is that Archie kind of
Ah.
knockoff? Or
that's why we can't afford them, because you got them.
Yeah. If you're looking for something,
Those
Nine
are
times
really
out of-
hard to find.
9
And if
times
you
out of
do find
10,
them,
Knock off.
it's okay. Go.
Look at Chaos. He's like, what?
if you find them, just do this because that's what it's going to cost.
Yeah. 9 times out of 10, if there's something you want, Chaos has it and it's not for sale.
can I just so Chaos, can I just ask, like, how is there only those 4 books in the Vicky, or is there more?
There's just the 4 of them.
So, all right, I'll keep it. I mean, you never know what I can find out in the wild. I'll keep an eye out. I mean, I don't think they're going to be as good condition, but I'll keep an eye out. Who knows? I mean, I see them. I see Atlas here and there. It just depends, you know.
Yeah.
I've had some in the past still, LA, but I don't know that I have any currently.
Okay, Lily, I do. If you're looking for Cherry, I have a couple.
Horizon, you asked me earlier what I did for that
We got to keep it to one person at a time
for that
talking.
Carnage lot I did.
That's all right.
You asked me what I put up. I'm going to show you. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even. Was I out of key?
You're
No,
fine. Go ahead.
Yeah, go for it.
I don't know. But you got this one. That was in the lot.
Wow. Yeah.
And then we
Nice.
had this one in the lot.
Oh, you did throw out the Carnage.
I mean, they
Wow.
weren't the best trades either, but I just wanted to pass them on,
Sure.
Yeah.
and then I threw this in there. I threw this in there.
Yeah. Wow.
I threw this in there. The first Cletus Cassidy,
Yeah, sure.
newsstand, and then I threw this beautiful variant cover.
Wow. What'd you get for the slabbed Carnage, bud?
It was all in the same lot. I got 370, I
Hey,
think.
man.
Almost 4 bills.
It wasn't
yeah.
bad.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I didn't expect them. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
man.
wasn't bad.
Get that
Oh,
cash, man.
It was a cage match. I know that.
Yeah, get that cash, man. It's awesome.
Hey, Lily, really quick. I wanted to know, are you interested in John Constantine Hellblazer? Because I've got a stack, and it doesn't sell on Mike's channel. And if that's something you're interested in, when this trade is completed, we can do another trade. And I'll, just like before, I'll DM pictures through Discord, and we can do it that way if you're interested.
Darth, I'll look
Cool.
and see which issues I'm missing because I'm missing 3 or 4 issues, and
Okay.
I'll let you know what they are.
All right. Do you only have the original run, Chaos? Because I've got only a few issues of the original run, but
Yeah,
then a lot.
I have the original.
Okay, and then I have a bunch from like the New 52, from Rebirth, and all those series that
I
they
just
did.
want the originals,
Oh, okay. I think I've only got 1 or 2 of those.
and they're upper issues, higher numbered issues.
Okay, so are mine.
So Chaos, I'll just throw. I can't see how many we have in the chat. We're at the 90-minute mark. Just kind of throwing that out there. I don't know how late you want to go.
We don't have a whole lot of people in chat.
Up to you.
We'll go for a little longer.
Okay.
Sure. I'll put it to you this way, BK. I don't care if you have Fort Knox money. It took me 25 years to find those Vickies, and I'm not giving them up.
Wow,
What's up, Patrick?
that's awesome.
I was going to say, one thing you all can keep a look on the lookout for me is in the 70s they did. It wasn't a reprint, but they took the character because he was in the public domain, the Heap, and they put out a 1 or 2 issue comic series, not through Atlas, through some other rinky-dink company. Yeah, Skywald. They didn't last long.
Skywald was what was his name? It's one of my favorite artists, and I can't think of his name. Rich Buckler's company.
Okay, yeah, it did not last long. I'd love to have it.
It's called the Heap.
The Heap, Heap. He's the original. He's the original Swamp Thing / Man Thing, and he's from the 40s. Yeah.
Got you. Okay.
Actually, I think he first appeared in the 50s, but yeah, okay.
Well, I thought Airboy was from the 40s, and that's where he started appearing, was as a backup in the Airboy magazines.
I don't remember. I was too young then. I wasn't born.
Doesn't remember.
Speaking of that, I picked up, and I should have. Oh God, my fingers are crossed. I have it by next week. But I got a Airboy. I think it's number 71. From 1951, I think it's volume 3 or 7, because I know they did so many volumes, and it's from Hillman, and it looks like it's a solid good minus. Okay,
the Airboys that I'm looking for are the ones from the 80s, because a lot of those had the Dave Stevens art in them.
That's right. They had the Dave Stevens covers.
And I'm a big Dave Stevens fan.
Oh, so am I, man. Rocketeer was incredible.
I gotta pull out that Rocketeer. Then are you still looking for that, KK? Or
if I don't have it,
I know I have it, but just a matter of finding. I gotta go pull.
Oh,
look at him pulling out the stuff.
Kid in play. No.
I told you I got a lot of obscure stuff, man.
Hey, I can play.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yep.
Good girl. Yeah. Oh, is that
A whole
Good
box.
Girl. Yeah, from AC Comics. Good Girl Quarterly. Yep.
Femme
I have.
Force?
Yeah, I have an opportunity to get original page art signed by the artist from FemForce and Good Girl Quarterly, but I don't see the market for it, at least on the channels I'm on now.
Right.
And I mean, I can get it pretty inexpensive. We're talking $45 to $75 a page, which you guys know comic page art is,
It's gone through the roof.
yeah.
Yep.
And being able to get these and they're real pages at that price is an amazing deal, but I'm not going to put money out for stuff that I know we can't move, or
Yeah,
there's not.
it's gonna be a long tail, I
Yeah.
think, but it could be worth it, but it just depends,
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of Good Girl art fans out there that love that stuff.
Yeah, BK, if you're interested, I'm pretty sure I have Cherry. I think I have Cherry 3 and 4. I'm almost positive. I know Lily hit me up on Instagram, Horizon Picks PA. I'm almost positive I have those. They're probably a near mint minus. I got those way back. If you're interested, so yeah, I can hit me up. We can talk about that. No problem. I had number 1, and I think I sold that back in the day, but
Hey, Darth.
I'm getting set up for my other stream that I got to jump in at 8:00. So
The hard one to
This isn't
find
as
on
good as yours, but
page Super Spectacular is number 4. The love
Wait,
story.
wait.
I got something. It's not
What
as good
isn't
as
as good?
yours,
Oh.
but it's
That's still cool. That's still incredibly cool.
Did you see it?
Yeah, I
Oh, yeah.
saw it.
I know, right?
That's still incredibly cool.
Yours is way better.
Only because it's a mask you can wear, but I'd be scared to wear it nowadays because people see that mask, they automatically think anonymous, hackers, homegrown terrorists, and no, I don't want none of that coming, after me. No. It's too stupid out there.
I don't think so, Lily. I don't think I have. Oh, I don't know. I'll have to pull that out. I'll have to figure that one out. She's asking about a Cherry comic.
Lily, ask him about those on Instagram. It's not appropriate for here.
That's more kind of adult talk, Lily. Well, we could take that off, but Thrifty Junker, she showed her. I believe she came on and showed her comics, and she's interested. I don't know, Dina, if you have the green light to sell some of those. I personally have all of those. There were the Maximum Carnage books that she kind of had. Up to you. This isn't my channel. It's up to KK. I know we're not really doing auctions. It's up to him whether you want to do that. I know we are at an hour and 40. I think we're at a small group here. It's kind of up to you, but I would probably hold on that for maybe a better time slot.
I would rather see stuff like that done in Instagram. Any adult comics referenced. If you're just talking about titles, it's okay. But when you start describing the cover, that needs to go to Instagram, not on this channel.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. This channel is G-rated.
Hey, Chandra. Good to see you, Chandra. She's checking out the channel. It's good to see you. Yeah. Oh, Diecast lost his connection.
Crap out of me now. Yeah. Oh my God. Oh, body horror. My son is playing Resident Evil Village on New Game Plus because he beat it already, and he just had to show me a body horror scene, and I'm like, no, I'm okay, I'm done. He's like, no, Dad, you need to see this. You need to look. I'm like, no. Oh no. Oh hell no. Okay, focus.
Did you see this the other day when I showed it to on Horizon's channel?
I don't think so. Yeah, you know, I liked those movies back in the day, but there's no way I could watch them now. I couldn't.
I just wondered if you were interested in the toy.
No, but I do know someone who would be interested in those toys. If you have more of the Puppet Masters, her and her husband, it's Laura Fitkin and her husband Nick. They're going to be on the Monstrosities channel I'm going to soon, and they love that, and they're cosplayers as well. So I may have a customer for you, sir.
I think I just have that one in 6-gun.
Oh,
Or
okay,
6-shooter.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's yeah, he diecast. I think he was in his basement. I think he dropped off. But again, awesome. You know, I think it's cool to have somebody be able to come on new to the group, share, talk about discussion. He's throwing up some cool books. It's great. You know,
Yeah.
that's what we want, you know.
And diecast is great, and thank you for introducing him to us, Horizon. You know,
It's the show. We want to. This is the power of the medium. People come in. They are interested. He contacted me. He's like one town over from where I grew up. I think we're close to the same age. So
Yeah.
it's all good, man. And he clearly has some quality stuff. So
yeah.
awesome. It's good stuff. You know.
Oh yeah, yeah. And sometimes I wonder, might he be better going to other venues to maximize the potential for the stuff he has?
It's
But
timing, right?
yeah,
Everything's timing, picking the right stuff. You know, it's just kind of, you know, I've kind of trying to pick my spots to do things, and it sometimes sometimes it's there and sometimes it's not. I know you had said last night you were feeling a little bit like level down, man. Like you a little, but sometimes it'll be back up for you. So it just depends, you know.
yeah,
You know.
yeah. I know it all depends, and it turned out and it just seemed like little things were happening, but they just kept steamrolling, not just last night, but then today too, like with the PayPal issue and
Sure.
and all the other stuff. And I was like, ugh. All on 3 hours sleep.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, next week I'm going to pick a topic and I'll send it to both of you, since Arthur's becoming something of a fixture in this chat.
And thank you for that, Chaos. I appreciate you letting me in.
I also put links to both your channel and Horizon's channel in the description, as well as to Mike's, the Comic Book Steals and Deals channel.
All right. And just so you guys know, my channel is still not up and running. There's a couple things
I need to do. On it.
Yeah, but that's old stuff from 2014 that when I was designing characters for a game called Mugen, a fighting game. And now the stuff I'm doing is completely different, but I need something to hold my camera / phone for me while I show off stuff or to do stuff, and I don't have it yet. And I've got to set up my editing software.
You go to Walmart, they have these little things called tripods for $20.
Do they have the light with it, and do they extend up to 6 feet and allow you to move everything the way
you can get them?
Yeah, because I have one in my cart on Amazon.
I think one of the tripods I have will extend up to 6 feet.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the light, but I can attach one to it without a problem.
Ah, well, that's good.
I just have it wedged in a shelf so that I get a down view, because I'm too cheap to buy the regular.
I hear you. Well, no, Amazon has them dirt cheap, like for under $30. So I got one in my cart. You know, I'm just waiting until after the house payment and the bills are paid, and then I can get that. You know, and then I'll start doing my videos, and I'm gonna have some indie creators that are doing some of the monster books I showed off come on, talk about what it's like doing an indie comic and how they did it and what the crowdfunding is like, how to get...
Bring them on here.
Yeah,
we'll feature them on a Thursday night. Invite them on. It's no problem.
Yeah.
Just let
Yeah.
me know ahead of time so I can put that in the advertisement.
Yeah, it's going to take a lot of coordination on all of our parts because one is in Japan and one is in Wales. So, but yeah, we'll work it out.
But I could do it on like a Sunday or something like that, or one of my other days off. And
Okay.
it could be a separate thing. You know, if you need me to host it, just let you know. And
right.
I'll
Sounds
just
like
kick
a plan.
back in the background and listen.
All right,
So,
that sounds
yeah.
like awesome.
She's Lily's asking you, Chaos, do you have the same G rating policy with regards to violence? And I think that's a good, you know, you can explain if you like.
It's mostly a language and adult content.
Sure.
Violence, it's hard to describe violence, but it can be done. I prefer not to.
Yeah.
It all depends on what it is. But
Yeah.
you know, if you wanted to show a comic that was a little bit graphic,
Right.
number one, a lot of the graphic comics are adult rated, and that's a no-no. I don't want to show those. I've got them. I don't show them.
Yeah.
I don't even put them up for auction.
Yeah, we'll never show Red Room on Chaos's channel.
Yeah, it's things that, you know, Lily, things that maybe the comics you're referring to would be in the adult section of the Phoebe, right? So that those kind of aren't necessarily, and I would say they're not kind of child friendly. And you know, to be fair to this is Chaos's channel, he's mentioned that his grandkids like to watch this, and you know, obviously that's really not appropriate for his grandkids to kind of see that content. Not saying it's not okay for adults.
Not just that. I want everybody to be able to watch my channel, and I want a parent to be able to watch the channel and say, "Hey, there's nothing wrong with my kid watching that."
Yeah,
you know. But
Right.
if we throw words that are inappropriate, or we start talking about adult material,
Right.
then yeah, it's not too good.
Right. Yeah, and that's really, you know, I know for me personally, when we hit, you know, when I do an auction, right, and then we're in the midnight hour, we're kind of later night. Yeah, then I can kind of let loose a little bit. Not that I'm cursing up, but if something flies out or it's late night, it's clearly an adult crowd, you know, okay, you know. But I think when we're rolling in the beginning, it's just, I think it's just a level of professionalism to put out there, you know. And everyone's different, you know. Some other channels, there's expletives, there's innuendo, there's everything, and that's okay for them. But each channel's different.
Yeah, and if you do some
let
of
me
that,
answer this question real quick.
okay. Well, I'm going to get ready for the other one. Bye, everyone.
Okay.
Take care, Darth.
I am currently, if you watch tomorrow's video, you'll see me go through and tell you what needs to be done to a book. When I finish that book, I am going to put it in Mylar. I will put it in Mylar on the channel and show people how I do it, and to include putting the tape on the back. Did that answer your question?
Yeah, everyone seems to really be into the MyLite part of that, you know.
I'm on. I think I just did episode 77.
Yeah, I know
you going on for a long time.
Yeah, you quite have the library there. Yeah. Blue Tape Army. Yeah, you know, it is great to be able to have that adhesive that you could just reapply. That's pretty cool. Definitely works for comics.
There's my Vicky. There's the blue tape.
Yeah, why not?
And I go a little further. I don't think you can actually see it, but I actually have a label that says what it is and the grade I gave it.
Okay, that's a good follow up there, Chaos. She's asking.
Vicky Atlas Seaboard Comics, White Pages, number 4, August 1975. It's number 292 in my collection, and it's in very fine to near mint.
So she did a follow-up, KK. Are Mylar worth it compared to polys? Like, what justifies them being so much more expensive?
Poly bags you have to change every 5 years or so.
Right.
Mylite you never have to change.
Yeah, we're talking archival is the word, right?
That's
You're talking about something that is going to almost be in stasis semi-permanently, where, like, I will tell you, I do every, say, 3 to 4 years, I may go through a rack and go, these got to get switched out, and I'm literally throwing the bags and gently rebagging them.
So you're paying 10 to 15 cents a piece for your bags,
Right.
and over the course of 10 years, you've just paid for a Mylite that would last 20 or 30 or 40 or 50 or the rest of your life.
Right.
Yes, it is definitely worth it.
Yeah, especially for higher priced books where you don't want to get into the handling necessarily. And
well, for any book,
well,
if you want to preserve it,
yeah,
a book that's worth $1 to you might be worth $30 or $40 to somebody else.
sure.
It's all a matter, and it might be a sentimental thing.
Right.
I've got books that they're really not worth anything, but they were gifts, or they have some special meaning to me. Yeah. So I'm not going to sell them. I mean, it's one of those things.
Yeah.
And I have a Superman I'll never ever sell. I will sell everything I own before I even consider selling that Superman comic.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a few, even for myself, I have a few pieces of art that I, sketches or, some folks that are no longer with us that I have their drawing. And yeah, I do have those in a Mylite and it's preserved, more ephemera, right? Yeah. So absolutely. Absolutely. So what do you say? You wanna wrap it up here? We're coming up on maybe the 2-hour mark.
Yeah, we're about done.
That's like when we found the Tales from the Crypt party. You gave me stuff for $40 and you were shocked. Yeah. Yeah, value is subjective. Absolutely. I mean, we do have the Overstreet guide, but again, we see this all the time, right, on auctions. What somebody's willing to pay.
What she's talking about is actually a parody. It's an adult-oriented comic. I just gave it to her.
Oh, right.
She wanted it. I didn't even bother looking for a price on it. I know it's not in Overstreet because it's an adult-rated thing, so right. I just sent it as a surprise gift.
Nice.
And it ended up being worth $40. Well, I don't care. I paid whatever I paid for it, undercover price because I ordered it from my store.
Right.
And, yeah, that's it. But that Superman, the reason I will never sell it, it's the only comic book my wife has ever bought me.
How can you put a price on that? I mean, that's
easy. It's worth about $1,100 or $1,200, but I'll never sell it.
Right. But I have some that I have had since I was single digits, not in the best condition, but I've held them and they've survived, and there's nothing, I can't really put a price. We can wind it down. I'm going to throw in the chat just a shameless plug for myself, guys. Coming up a week from this Saturday, I'm going to put it in here. I am going to be selling at live auction. I just threw it in there. It's on Tiffany's Cool Finds. Check me out. It's going to be 9 o'clock Eastern. We're going to rock it. I may throw in some comic book related items. I do take requests. We'll go as long as the crowd is there. So next Saturday, you could check out the link is there. Set your reminder. Hope to see you. It's the 29th. I'm ready. I'm getting ready. It's going to be awesome. And I'm going to be promoting the hell out of it. I'm working on a commercial. I think Patrick's going to be involved with that. And again, KK, you're welcome. If you want to be involved in any aspect of that, we can talk about that too. I mean, we're bringing things to a new medium here. It'll be great. So and you never know what I'm going to bust out. So
Who knows? Maybe I'll get on one of those.
You
But
never
Saturdays
know.
because normally I
Yeah.
work Saturdays.
absolutely, you never. I know you're certainly in the crowd. I hope people can come out, have a good time. It's Saturday night. It's going to be fun, and it will be fun. So, yeah. Joe
There you
Palooza.
go. Exactly.
Yep.
All right. Well, I think that's going to be it. We're going to go ahead and close this down. It was great to talk to you. It was great to reading the chat.
Yeah.
Don't forget, everybody, before you handle your comics, your toys, your collectibles, whatever, wash your hands. It's good for your collectibles. It's good for your health. And we'll see you next video.
Bye, guys. Thanks for coming. Peace out.